Series. No way you're going to play baseball in Indiana right now this time of year. That was in San Antonio. 1-1 the count. Runners on second and third. Lamanna fouls that one back to the screen. 1-2. I guess that's the one thing you give these northern/midwestern teams is they get to travel around and just get out of the cold for a few months. Runners on second and third for Notre Dame here, trailing 2-0 to the Canes, top of the fourth. See if Barfeld can get himself out of this. 1-2 the count. Curveball taken for a ball. Wow, that looked like strike three from here, but Jeff Head has a better seat than I do. He is the home plate umpire today. 2-2 the count on Lamanna. Barely at third. Gilligan back at second after the two-out double. Now let's take it for a strike three. And Lamanna sits down. Notre Dame strands two, and the Canes still holding on to a 2-0 lead over the Fighting Irish. After 4.5 innings here in Coral Gables, you're listening to Miami Hurricanes baseball on AM 790 and FM 104.3 HD2 The Ticket.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me, and they were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optimum Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-467-8122. 800-467-8122. 800-467-8122.
Optima Tax Relief. What if people had a battery level icon, like on your phone? You'd see a log of us walking around all day in need of a recharge. Thankfully, there's great tasting 5-Hour Energy, because just one sugar-free, 4-calorie, vitamin-packed 5-Hour Energy shot can recharge your batteries all the way back to 100% fast. And isn't life better at 100%? 5-Hour Energy. Get back to 100%. For more information, go to 5hourenergy.com.
Back to Canes baseball on AM 790 and FM 104.3 HD2 The Ticket.
Presented by University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute. Recover your game at the University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute. To learn more, visit uhealthsportsmedicine.com.
Hunter Tackett started the scoring for the Hurricanes in the second with a 2-run double. He leads off the fourth here. Canes 2, Fighting Irish nothing here in the ACC opener for both these teams. And Scott Tully drops in a 68-mile-an-hour strike to begin the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss, strike two. Tackett in his first at-bat laced the ball to left center field. Pitch just misses for a ball, 1-2. And he raised his average 167 points on that hit. And he was 0 for 5, and now he's 1 for 6 in the season. It's always nice to do that. Scored 2 runs, and Tackett picks up his second hit of the night, base hit up the middle. Leadoff signal for the Canes here. Tackett 2 for 2. And Connor Allen, the first baseman for the Hurricanes, now up to the plate. Allen making his first start at first base for the Canes this season. He struck out looking back in the second. So looking to atone for that here in his second at-bat. In his senior year at Merritt Island, hit .458 with 3 homers and 30 runs batted in. And he's scoring around a bunt here. And he pulls back for a ball. The Canes had 5 hits against FIU in 9 innings on Wednesday. They have 5 hits so far against Notre Dame, and we have no outs in the 4th. So that's a welcome sign. Allen spurring around again, and he pulls back pitch. Blowing outside for a ball, 2-0. Top of the order with Jenkins coming up after Allen bats. High and tight, and Allen pulls back ball 3. If the Hurricanes can pick up a few hits and break this thing open. Notre Dame's offense, we've seen them, or at least heard of them, busting out at times this season, so can't exactly count them out. Barkville is able to escape some jams. So far tonight, 3-0 in Allen. And he takes strike 1. Three and 1 of the Hurricanes' first baseman. Tackett leadoff single here in the 4th. And Allen lays that one down. It goes foul down the first baseline. Full count. I can't imagine it's good for your voice. I can't. I'm thinking long term. Full count here. Connor Allen, no outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on first. Tackett heads back to first, and the pickoff by Tully. Full count. And strike 3. Allen strikes out for the 2nd time. Tackett goes down to 2nd, and he is safe. Allen thought that it was a walk, but instead he's going to head back to the dugout, and Jim Morris walks out to question that. They're looking to get some answers from Jeff Head. So Tackett heads down to 2nd, and Allen strikes out looking. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, back to the top of the order with Tony Jenkins. And the head coach of Notre Dame, Mick Aoki, came out to see if maybe there's an interference call, since, I mean, with no replay, it was hard to see if Allen got in the way of that throw, but nonetheless, Tackett at 2nd here with 1 out, and Tony Jenkins top of the order up. Jenkins a double and a walk so far in his first 2 plate appearances, and he fouls that one back to the screen. Strike 1. Tully's allowed 5 hits so far, and 2 runs. Barkveld 4 strikeouts, and he's given up 3 hits for the Canes. Pitch taken up high for a ball. 1-1 on Jenkins. Doubleheader tomorrow here between the Canes and the Irish. Sunday's game pushed up to Saturday. And a pickoff over to 2nd, and Tackett goes back and standing up. Threw it over to the 2nd baseman, Nick Podcool, who's a few feet off the bag. Jenkins 3 runs batted in on the season, trying to solidify that leadoff position. He's done a good job with it tonight, getting on base twice. 1-1 to count, and off-speed pitch taken just upstairs, 2-1. Michael Burns on deck, looking to extend his on-base streak to 13. Two on the count on Jenkins, 1 out, runner on 2nd. And Jenkins fouls the one back to the screen, 2-2. The Canes in their last 2 home games, going back to Sunday against Maine, had a couple of big base hits with runners on. They're able to deliver there. And they've done so tonight with the Tackett 2-run double back in the second. That they're capable of having those semi-big innings. Just got to do a little more consistent basis. 2-2 on Jenkins. And he fouls that one off. The catcher, Lamanna. Greg Valise will pitch in the first game tomorrow, and Ed McKendry in game 2. McKendry's been outstanding so far this season for the Hurricanes. He's 2-1 with an ERA of 2.93. And Valise looking for his first win. 2-2 pitch taken just a bit outside. Ball 3, full count on Jenkins, looking for his second walk of the night. Jenkins entered play tonight with 7 walks, now up to 8 on the season, and now number 9 on the season as he walks again. Pitch taken up high for ball 4. Runners on first and second here with 1 out in the 4th. And he ties Alex Terrell to the team lead with 9 walks. Here's Michael Burns. For Michael, 0 for 2, 224 average. And we'll see if he can deliver here. 2-0 lead for the Hurricanes in the bottom of the 4th inning here at Coral Gables. And Tully delivers that pitch up high for ball 1-0. Burns popped out to Tully on a bunt back in the first, trying to sacrifice Jenkins over, and hit it to a fielder's choice in the second. That ended that inning. Then Burns fouls that one back, 1-1. The Hurricanes now already through their 3rd time in the order. Notre Dame still with 8 and 9 that have 1 at bat. So the Hurricanes definitely getting to Scott Tully at this point. No action in the Notre Dame bullpen, but right now, though, meeting at the mound for Notre Dame. And with that, let's check out our national pitching leaders, sponsored by Global Wealth Management. And the strikeout leaders in college baseball, Darren Kelly of Alabama State leads the way with 37 strikeouts. Adam Hill of South Carolina and Mitchell Stenger of Stetson, who the Hurricanes will see later this season, each with 34. Kyle Bradish of New Mexico State with 33, and Logan Gilbert of Stetson also with 33. Those are your national pitching leaders, sponsored by Global Wealth Management. First and second for the Hurricanes here in the 4th inning. 2-0 lead over Notre Dame. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. See if Michael Burns can deliver here. And Burns fouls that one back towards the Notre Dame dugout. 1-2. So Burns swinging away after the meeting at the mound. And now Notre Dame is starting to get some action in their bullpen. Tully hasn't lasted past the 5th inning in any of his starts this season. Don't know if he'll get to the 5th inning at this point. 1-2 the count, and Burns fouls that one back.